What I had in front of me was a moment in time that I believe would change the rest of my life. The fear and anxiety reverberated underneath my skin as I waited in line to pitch a TV segment to a well-known producer in the heart of New York City. I stood there worrying that I'd be devoured by my fears of rejection before I even got to the handshake. I don't know if you can relate. You build yourself up to think if this one experience transpired, everything would fall into place and life would become easy. I wouldn't have to worry about anything ever again. In my mind, this was that moment. Something I'd worked years to prepare for, but at the heart of my fear was the heart of rejection. What if everything I'd worked for didn't pay off? What if it all falls apart? What if he says no? There isn't a week in which we don't fear we'll be rejected in some way. Being shot down by an out-of-control internet troll, or receiving a firm no when we had expectations of a resounding yes. None of us are void of this fear, and neither are we void of the ability to manage and understand it at its core. Our subconscious mind has programmed us to be part of the tribe as a mechanism for survival. In primordial times, if you were cast out from the clan, it would mean isolation and eventual death. Today, that translates into the threat of a dirty look from a co-worker, losing our jobs, receiving an opposing opinion, or having a pitch go south. Rejection to our subconscious mind translates to the fear of death. When we pull apart what's actually happening and look beneath the surface, we recognize that our reactions are prehistoric, exactly where they need to be left. But understanding this isn't enough to calm the wave of anxiety. We must arm ourselves with the mental resources to give us relief from the self-imposed mental anguish. Our own expectations of what life's meant to be like can paralyze us from moving forward, pulling us out of the moment in time in which we're required to be fully present, to be happy. And just as many blushing brides pin all of their hopes on one magical day of walking down the aisle, a day that's potentially preoccupied their thoughts since childhood, the mere thought of something we've built our hopes on not going to plan is enough to undo the most evenly keeled person. The problem, we've written a narrative up until one point in time, but that's where the story ends and the precise point our fears begin. We've unconsciously told our subconscious mind that life stops at this moment in time, which causes internal conflict and pressure to build up like a kettle ready to burst before it. We build this event up to be the one and only important event in our entire lifetime worth experiencing, without realizing that it will forever be one of many. The weight of importance we've given it is totally unbalanced. To give yourself instant relief from the fear of rejection, no matter what it is, we must write a story that looks beyond this moment and well into the next. This can be done within seconds by closing your eyes and visualizing everything unfolding in the lead up to the event itself, then the day, week, month and year after it's over. Do all of this in rapid succession, seeing yourself laughing, having fun and being focused where and when you need to be. See it unfold how you want to see it unfold. Then rewind it in your mind's eye, fast forward, rewind, fast forward. This quick and easy visualization tricks your subconscious mind into thinking you've already been there and done it before, which means you've got nothing to worry about, regardless of what transpires, because the story always continues on. That day, I made my pitch to the TV producer was a pivotal moment in time. He did reject my idea in less than 15 seconds flat. But unbeknownst to me, that rejection didn't feel anything like I'd expected it to. I wasn't devastated, and I didn't die because someone said no. Instead, it fueled me to approach a book publisher, a few meters away that I previously had no interest in meeting before, because I was more afraid of being rejected from him than the TV producer. A few months later, I went on to write my third book that would quickly become a bestseller with one of the world's biggest publishers and get translated into Chinese. Rejection and failure is never what we believe it to be, especially when we let our subconscious mind run its narrative over a story that we'd unconsciously cut short. All of this time we've had it backwards. It's never the moment that we think that's going to give us our greatest joy. That moment, whether it leads to rejection or acceptance, is a moment that's designed to throw us back on course after we've spun out of orbit because we'd narrowed our worldview so much that everything that happens before it becomes meaningless. Just remember, you're the author of your own story. Rejection only carries the weight of what you give it, nothing more and nothing less. What you write will define what you do, but more importantly, it will define whether or not you can be present, right here in this moment where it really counts.